Okay, the last lesson of this week is going to take another step in your distributive property experience. Before we get to that, let's just make sure we revisit the other topics. It's good to keep seeing this stuff because that way you will actually remember it better because you kind of keep coming back to it. Remember that on this thing, if they're both the same color, we add them together. So 8 points for red and 2 points for red makes 10 points for red. That if they are different, they actually compete, and that what happens is the team with the most wins the game. So the red team is going to win by what, 4? And so there's that. The other part was when you multiply, if the signs are different, it's negative. If the signs are the same, it's positive. So again, negative 6 times positive 2. 6 times 2 is 12, but it should be a negative 12. We should know or do know that 4 times 6 is 24, but 2 negatives makes it a positive 24. 7 times 9 is 63, but once the signs are different, it's going to be a negative 63. So hopefully you're getting better at that. I know you have calculators, and I know that you can be using your calculator on that, but it will help you out a lot if you go ahead and just at least try to learn the rules that I'm putting in front of you, because it'll make you better in terms of your overall ability. So far, we've been expected to distribute 2 types of problems. We had a positive value on the outside or a negative value on the outside. So Monday or Tuesday was a regular number. Wednesday was a negative number, and what we learned to do was put the meetings, which is 4 meets 3x and 4 meets negative 7, which turns into 12x minus 28. Again, since this is day 3, I'm not going to explain so much about the answers because you should have gotten some practice on that up to this point, that you at least kind of know where that number is coming from or can verify by pausing the video. This other one here, again, both parts here, we taught to put everything in parentheses, so negative 3 meets 6x plus, because what we learned yesterday was to put a plus in the middle no matter what. Actually, we learned it both days. Put a plus in the middle and then put a negative 3 on the inside with a negative 2. This ends up being negative 18x. This ends up being a positive 6. And again, that was Tuesday's material. This was Wednesday's material. And our last type of problem for this week is going to move the outside number to the other side of the parentheses. It doesn't really change much outside of how you decide to write your meetings. So look at the 2 examples that have been worked out to see the difference between them. Here's the same problem. In the first step, they put 3x times 2, which makes sense to me. They put 8 times 2, which makes sense to me. They got 6x plus 16. Same thing over here. 3x times 2, 8 times 2, 6x times 16. So when you're looking at this, what is different? And what you should notice is that in this one, they kept the order. So in other words, the front number is first, the outside number which moved to the back is second. The first number is first, the outside number is second. Whereas on this one, they treat it like the number was actually over here because it doesn't really matter where you put it, and they put 2 times 3x and 2 times 8. And so both of those are the same answer. It's just different in terms of how you did it. In your Math XL, you're going to have 2 options. Just be sure you do not mix your orders. So you must either choose to keep the outside value on the left or to keep it on the right for both parts. So what I'm saying is, don't put 3x meets 2 and then 2 meets 8, because that would be, here you have the 2 in the second spot, here you have the 2 in the first spot. As long as you don't do that, you should be fine. For the sake of your notes, I'm going to pull the problems back down so you can copy one or both for your notes. Again, be sure to copy whatever one you're going to do. If you like one better, if you think you like it better keeping them in order, then keep them in order. But here is that for a second. Again, pause the video. I'm going to pause for about 3 seconds and move on. So what I'm saying is, if you're going to keep the outside number in the back, keep it in the back. If you're going to move the outside number to the front, keep it in front. But I don't think we need more examples on that, because again, if you're at this point now officially, you should be decent at what's going on, and you should need to see me work those out. You do have a quiz tomorrow. Again, be sure to use your notes on your homework, and you will still see the black and red dice on today's assignment. You will still see the pure multiplication problems on your assignment. Just work as hard as you can, and again, you will leave a better overall understanding than you had when today started. So good luck on that. I think that was an old sheet, but oh well. Talk to you all tomorrow, or actually talk to you next week. Good luck on your quiz.